Right, I reckon this has to be one of the most important lessons you can have with any club, but certainly anything with roll and bulge, a bit more so drivers. And I see this time and time again with like family that I play with. I've seen it all through my life with students that I play with, and then in pro-ams when I used to play, and I used to see this all the time. And I used to find it really frustrating because you just have to repeat yourself over and over again. I don't mean that in a bad way, but frustrating as in, like, wow, you could be so much better if you just get this through. So we're going to talk about strike and its effects. I'm sure you see this a bit with your students, don't you, Matt? What we're going to talk about?
Yeah.
I'm just going to hit a few shots and I'll show you what we mean. So I'm trying a few ideas here. So I'm expecting a little bit of a cut ball. Right, so I've towed that. So I'm expecting that now to start to the right and maybe stay or come back. So I would like. So if you look at this, look, people will go, great shot.
Yeah.
So far from what I wanted. Yeah, yeah.
Great shot.
So if we show strike, because you've got the pad here.
Other way.
Oh, has that changed?
Yeah, I don't know what that is yet.
You can compare. I reckon.
Select new metric. Tick.
So I mean, so you can put your boxes in.
That you want to, get rid of all the other stuff
what I mean?
You don't need. A bit like, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You liking that?
That's cool, yeah.
So look at the strike.
High toe.
So I'm 3 out to in, face 0 to the path.
Yeah.
And that has curved 1.4 right, so it would have looked pretty straight in the air. You can see pretty straight. But the start direction would have scared me, so it started 0.3 right.
Yeah.
So if you look at there, if you think about it, my club to target is 3.4 degrees left of target, and I can feel that.
Yeah.
Ball should start at left, but that ball started right.
All the numbers are lining up for your little cut that you want to hit there.
And it went pretty straight, but started right. So what would happen for me is I would hit that, I would feel where the ball was starting right, thinking I'm going to hit a cut, knowing I'd miss it, I'd come up and be thinking, oh my God, I've towed it, it's alright.
Please help, strike.
But so the difference though, what I see through amateurs, often they would hit that shot, let's say they wanted to hit a cut, and they would be thinking that ball didn't cut, oh, I'm going to have to hit more out to in now.
Yes.
I've got the perfect delivery for a functional fade there.
Yeah. See it all the time.
So this is like going round in circles golf. If you don't work this in,
strike,
as the starting point and understand what it does to starting direction, shapes, and how it calms or not down, and helps and influences bigger shapes, you're never going to self-improve. You're just never going to do it. So let's just hit another. Again, I'm not sure I'm going to stay hitting a cut. I'm just trying to work things out a little bit. I need some practice. That felt better, a little low on the face, but it's starting up the left and probably will cut back.
Yeah, that's cutting back.
Yeah. So as described that's what my head is feeling should happen in that shot.
Over to the screen.
And the strike is closer to where I wanted it to be.
Face to path.
2.1 across. Face is pretty much 0 to path to slightly closed, but I've hit low on the heel, which is now giving it a 6.9 spin axis. So that strike all marries the numbers I want to hit, and that's why that if I hit that shot and the ball doesn't go where I want it to go, then I'm worried.
Yeah.
Then I want a lesson. Then I want to remeasure.
Yeah.
If I'm hitting this strike, the toe one, and I hit it, if I'm hitting that with any kind of level of consistency, I want to know why I'm hitting it high on the toe. I'm not, do you see what I mean? I'm going to now, all concentrations to that strike point. What's making that strike go off?
Yes. Like the thing that I see with lessons, and this is the tricky bit.
What's the tricky bit?
Is that their strike is so random.
Yeah.
Like this would be the thing that I worked on first with someone like you, because you're going to be quite consistent.
Yeah.
But when there's someone coming in here, this is what you want to work on, but then their strike's so crazy that you can't even talk about this sort of stuff yet, I think.
Okay.
And that's where like the journey that you did last year, I'm still doing this year. after 6 months we can correct all the bits we need to and get to this important bit, so when they're out on the course they can then self-diagnose and get back to the clubhouse in as little shots as possible.
Yeah, I agree. What's interesting though with that point is that I even still like to have the conversations, because that's where I want the conversation to go. So I agree. Total randomised strike, first point of thing what I'm going to be doing is trying to get that strike to have some kind of pattern. And I don't care, that's all out the heel, all out the toe with some dotting in the middle. But I'll still be having those conversations, that one cut, that one faded, because of it's almost like, you know, when primary school kids go to school, you're going to still use terminology that they're going to start hearing throughout the rest of their schooling life. Even if they don't quite understand that terminology, you might still call it numeracy or whatever, because that's what it's going to be called.
I also ask those to see what level of knowledge they have got, which then we might be able to skip a few steps to get to this quicker. Like, why is that done that? Oh, I've hit that there. Oh, brilliant.
Yes.
Nice one. Where have you hit that one? You've hit that there. Oh, you haven't hit that there. And you haven't done that. So we're like level 1, whereas some are level 3 to start with, and we want to get to level 5.
I like that,
it's all depending on the player as well. But lessons are definitely worth having all the time, I think.
But you've got to be also, I mean, you've got to be self-diagnosing hits. You've got to be hitting a shot, feeling some level of striking. If you can't, it's something you've got to get to the range.
Feeling,
mark
hearing.
up the face, because it's all hearing. It's all because I can call strike and I'm not feeling it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm stood over there and saying where they've hit it.
Yes.
And they're also got an extra feel. So,
so they might feel twists. So my mum does it. She hits a shot at the heel and it twists. And she said, "Oh, it's horrible that when I flipped it over." Because it goes quick left, because she's hit it right at the heel. And I try to explain, and it's funny because when I explain it to her, and obviously when it's with family, I don't want to go into golf coach mode. Like, I want to be son and mum. I don't want to, because it's hard. But you can see her thinking, "Oh, does it really? That was me." No, you hit it there and it flipped right over.
My son's never right.
Exactly. He never used to clean his room. So let me go different strike now. So I'm now going to go straight to slight. Well, it might cut, but it's straighter and it's not. It's going to be more bombing. So that was like 250 carries. That's me trying to send it. So I'm 259 carry. Not warm, so that's 9-10 yards further than the little cutty pat ball one I hit. Now that's a high toe, which might work for me. So again, high toe. I'm now 3 up and I'm now 0 pathing. No spin axis. Kind of everything there is in its spot, apart from I'm not up to speed yet. And if you compare that to shot 1,
attacks higher up.
So angle of attack, I'm levels to only 2 up to then 3 up, and then I'm 2 left, 3 left, 2 left, and now I'm 0.4 right. But if I hit these strikes, so if I hit these strikes here with this delivery, I know it won't do what I need it to do. They'll be hand off the club ideas.
I think also as well, if you can understand your own deliveries, like I had a really good lesson the other day. With driver, he was like long drive numbers, so real low dynamic loft. But obviously, someone coming in here is not going to have 140 miles an hour swing speed, so he was like dippy, low hook balls. And he thought, hooking or I toe everything, or his club face is miles closed.
He's a really tiny spin loft.
Tiny spin loft dipping out the air. And like the quick fix for him, we moved strike like a centimetre down, and he went to 2,500 spin carrying 250 yards. And
I don't know what the fix was there, but that can be as simple as just teeing it up.
Teeing it up, thinking about strike. Like that was the quick fix. Obviously, we probably don't want that in the long term. We want his dynamic loft to come up and things, but like just understanding his impacts we move strike, right, it low for Saturday's comp.
Yeah.
He actually got his handicap down as well
Yeah, I
on
can
Saturday.
believe it, yeah.
But he was literally just thinking about where he's striking it, rather than thinking, oh, let's change this and this. Just hit it down there, and all strikes change, spins up, launches up, great,
Yeah.
brilliant, cool, done.
Yeah.
But he's understood what he needs to do and where he's hitting it and so on.
So I've said this for years now, and I don't think I'll ever stop saying it, because I do think it gets clouded as well, because obviously every quick tip video that we make, anyone makes, and then the consumer watches and think that's the answer, it's always got to come from here out.
Yeah.
Please, 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 no matter what you're working. So I've worked in 2 different strikes there, one for feeling of hitting a cut and one for feeling of hitting a higher, maybe drawing to straight a what I would call bomber.
Yeah.
And I'm working in that one high toe it works for, on the other one the low heel it doesn't.
Yeah.
So the key point is I can feel where I hit it on the face. If you can't, start marking up the face. Mark up the balls with lines or little bits of like Sharpies on them, and it'll start coming off on the face. Marking up the face, foot spray, stuff like that is good. Even a bit of tape on the face. Don't worry about the shot zone because it can affect spin numbers. Just so you can feel where you're hitting it on the face. If you have some level of consistency, work in those different patterns of the ball moving from the different parts on this rounded, curved face, so you can take it to the course and not start having to diagnose on the course when there isn't any diagnosis to happen.
Yeah.
Does that make? I tend to toe the ball when I'm not warm.
Yeah.
So in our videos you'll hear me a lot say, "Oh, I've towed that one."
Yeah.
More often than not for me, that's like 12-hour flight, 2 hours sleep, not particularly enough time to warm up, and even if I did, I think it would still be there. I get a little bit tight here. I don't get out for the ball enough because I'm a bit of an early extender if I want to send it.
Yeah.
And I just don't reach the ball and I toe a few. So what do I do? You think I try and stop towing them? No, I don't. I just accept that I also accept that's just the way we travel and film. I'm not playing on the PGA Tour. If I was, I'd be doing it very differently. I'm just there for the sandwiches. Do you know what I mean?
Muppet tour.
But I could worry about the fact that I'm in it out of toe and try and fix it.
Yeah.
But I'm not. The fix is actually getting there 2 days earlier.
Yeah.
It's not a swing, is it? You know what I mean? Right, one more to finish. I'm going to go for the normal, like more bomby one. So I've hit that okay to not as toey, so it'll tend to stay down the right. 257 carry. Yeah, so again, not as toey.
Yeah.
But I'm free up, 0 path, slightly open to the path, bit cutty. If I'd have got that strike bit more up towards the toe,
Same as the last one.
it would have been a straight. You see it just tailing off here, look.
Yeah. A little bit to the right.
So I wouldn't try and change paths
Just move
or
that
face
strike.
the paths. I would just hope the next one I get a little bit more in my normal position.
Yeah.
Or what I would do, which is what I would tend to do more if I played more, where am I going to aim with this shot if this is the pattern?
Yeah, aim down the left.
This one I'm aiming where that ball starts. I hit 2 of those on a course. Okay, right, I'm going to start aiming at the left now because I'm obviously striking it there a bit more today.
Yeah.
And I'm going to play golf.
Yeah.
Got to start from here out, people. Please, please, please learn your strikes. It'll make you self-diagnose so much quicker.